Today on episode 279 of Typical Chicago Fans, we have Sinkers and Floaters, the TCF Sports Minute, our NBA playoff update, our NHL playoff update, and the TCF top three of guys we swore were the guy. Let's roll.
I would like to wish you all the best with your podcast, Typical Chicago Fans. Again, best of luck to you and your podcast, Typical Chicago Fans. And one final thought, Zach. Go Cubs! And peace.
Hello and welcome back, Typical Chicago Fans, brought to you by our incredible sponsor, Connect Roasters Coffee. Today is episode 279. Make sure to find us on X at typical_Chicago, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Give all those pages a follow. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube for all the content in video form. Brand new food review videos up on the YouTube as well as all of our other socials. Wherever you get your podcast, we are there. So subscribe, rate, review, 5 stars. Whatever you can, wherever you get your podcasts, we are there as well. You can find me on X at BoomyTCF. And, of course, the man that I am joined with right over here on the screen, that is Zach at ZLiliaTCF. Zach, I said this yesterday morning. So we're recording this. Happy Mother's Day. I know it's going to come out later than Mother's Day. We're recording it on Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. But I said this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. I said, this is perfect weather. No less than an hour later, we had like 25-mile-an-hour winds going on. But from like 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Saturday morning was perfect weather.
But we are at the point where like it's nice during the day, and then right when it's about to get dark outside, it is cold.
Yeah. Yes,
I was mowing the pond at my parents' house, and I was trying to get it done, and it was like right about to get dark, and man, it went really cold.
Yeah. As soon as that, and you even notice it like during the day, like if it's super cloudy out and that wind's howling, dude, it's cold. But if the sun is out, it is the perfect spring weather.
I feel like it's always windy.
Oh, for sure.
It gets very annoying, especially for like golfing.
Yep. Well, the golf course and where the high school is that I work at, like we're on the outskirts of town, so the wind just.
Well, I was at my nephew's baseball game on Saturday, and like dust storms every 2 seconds from like the baseball field. Oh, it was terrible.
Well, and then you got the fields all around everybody. It's not fun.
Yeah, we got the farmers working away, so.
And I do love that part of the season, though, because my 3-year-old loves tractors, and we just had one like 100 feet from the house. So we stood out in the yard and watched the tractors rolling by for a little while. So
I don't need TV. You don't need TV. You just need to look outside.
Exactly. Well, let's hop into things as always. We've got our sinkers and floaters. My sinker this week, and this is probably more than just this week going on, but I don't even know if you've seen this, Zach. The Simpsons and New Era did a collab on some incredible hats. Like they have a green Cubs hat, and it looks like the famous meme of Homer, sinking back into the bushes. It's like got that patch on the side. They did like the sky, the light blue with the sky with the baseball teams on it. The drop was absolutely incredible. Sold out immediately. Like I was hunting this, couldn't get it. It sold out so fast. And the resale market, the reason it's my sinker is because the resale market is absurd. Like I have a pretty big head. I wear 7 3/4. And if I wanted to buy the Homer blending into the background hat that I want, $175 to $200
for a hat.
For a hat. That's
crazy.
And I own like 200 hats. I've never paid more than 55 for a hat. No more than 50, but 175. I got to wait for this market to crash or these to get old because I need that hat so bad.
I unfortunately do not think that'll happen though. Like they're probably just going to go up.
Unless they like rerun it. Like that's more possible than the market sinking.
What was the original price?
I mean, just like everything, New Era hats for 50 to 60. The shirts were like $40. Some of the shirts are really cool. They've got like the country, like Homer dressed up as a country singer. with the team's logo. Some of the drops are really, really sick. And like the light blue shirt, it looks like the sky, when the Simpsons episode opens and it just says like Cubs in the Simpsons font. It's really cool stuff. And The Simpsons is my favorite TV show of all time. And obviously the Cubs, but I'm not paying $175 for a hat.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
But you should look it up, dude. It's some pretty sick merch.
Especially for a hat that, yes, your size for your head, but like it could also not fit.
You're not wrong.
For some reason. My sinker is, this might not be great for everybody, but fishing. I had to go fishing today. And my nephews like to go fishing. So that's the only reason that I actually go. But they like to do everything but take the fish or put the worm on the hook, which are the two worst things you could do.
Yep.
It's just terrible. I mean, to put the bait on there is just gross. And then to have to like pick up the fish, which like some of these fish have like some pretty sharp scales.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know. And then you're sitting there just hoping to catch the fish. I know a lot of people love to do it, and it's probably enjoyable to most, but for me, I get bored, and it takes forever.
No, I'm with you. It wasn't until I was 29 years old during the pandemic when I went like way offshore fishing on Lake Michigan that I actually like baited my own hook. Actually, they set the lines, but then you reel your fish in and you have to take it off. I was probably almost 30 years old before I ever took a fish off of a line. I don't like fishing if it's in like just ponds and creeks and stuff and lakes, but like if you're going to go out on a boat and go way offshore, I really enjoyed
cool.
that.
That sounds cool, but
yeah, that part's fun. But like to just stand around Lake Mendota and fish, it sounds miserable.
You just sit at my parents' pond and like have these nasty worms that
And
I
then
got
you
from like
catch
the
your
gas
fish, and then your
station.
hands smell like fish for a week.
I got smart and I bought these like fishing gloves. So it's not like bad anymore, but like it's still just like that's not the point of something I would want to do.
I'm with you, dude. I'm not a fisher. I don't like fishing.
And
I get bored
the
too
worst
fast.
part is, I don't have much for an attention span, and it takes
That's
forever.
my problem. I remember fishing down at that pond when we were little, and like the one thing that I like weirdly remember is we weren't catching anything, so we were just seeing what we could find to maybe catch fish. We ended up like trying to bait a hook with like canned corn.
It worked.
It did weirdly work. Like
Yeah.
I remember us getting very bored very fast.
I remember that worked well.
I know that worked better than the worms.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot better to put the corn on there too.
That is very true. That is so true. Maybe we're onto something here and we just forgot about it for 25 years.
I think I'll forget about it.
My floater this week is college baseball and softball. College baseball is in conference tournament play. College softball just finished up conference tournament play. So it's a really fun time of the year if you enjoy college sports. I just like watching baseball and having some competitive baseball games on in the background. If the Cubs aren't playing is something I really enjoy. And this is a really fun time of year. We're closing in on the College World Series and all the games leading up to it and the regionals and the super regionals and all that good stuff. So this is just a really fun time of year if you enjoy college baseball or college softball. College softball's really fast.
It's intense.
Yeah, and they are so good.
My favorite thing is when they do like the speed that they're throwing the softball at, and then they what it would be for like a baseball pitch.
Yep, dude, they throw so hard, they hit so hard, but it's fun to watch, and those games go quick.
You're way too close in softball. I would be very scared.
Yes, you have like no reaction time.
None at all. I mean, it's crazy.
It is.
Because it's look so at the field and it's pretty small.
And like, I'm a little biased because like Florida, who's my team, my school I root for, is really good in baseball and even better in softball. So like there's always a team for me to root for, it feels like.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I watch it a lot, but it's fun when it's like on ESPN, stuff like that.
Well, especially when they get to the World Series part, because those are usually the highest
is cool.
quality
I always
teams.
liked the 3-game series.
Yeah, when they get to the championship.
Yeah. I think it's
That
even
is
before
cool.
that.
Well, everything else is double elimination.
Oh, okay.
So like regionals, it can be, but teams usually have to work their way out from the losers bracket to get back to the title game. Then they have to beat the team twice. Super regionals are best 2 out of 3.
Still in Omaha, right?
The finals, yeah. The actual World Series with 8 teams, yeah, it's in Omaha. We need to get out there sometime. That'd be so fun.
That would be very cool. My floater is, I think I'm late to this trend, and I'm not doing the trend. I just noticed it. Pokemon cards. If you ever go to like a Walmart or like a Target and you go to the card section of the place, Pokemon cards are gone.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy right now.
Some guys at work were telling me that people like camp out at like 6 a.m. to get the restock.
Yeah.
I did not know this.
Dude, it is really cool to see. And not only like Pokemon cards, but like baseball cards are having a huge resurgency. And it has been for a while on baseball cards, but like it's really cool to see
cards,
that.
Though it seems like it's like a war.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like who can get to the tickets first? Not tickets, the cards.
I knew what you meant.
Like who can get to the cards before they sell out super quickly.
It's like Black Friday.
Every day.
That's wild. I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah, I mean, like people like tried to get to the restock early when the store restocks. I mean, if you next time you're at a Walmart, go to the card section and there will be no Pokemon cards.
That's wild. I had no idea. I knew it was like resurging. I didn't know it was like camping out kind of stuff.
Oh, it's crazy. Like
that's
baseball
nuts.
cards and stuff. They're usually still like some baseball cards there. Yeah. And it is making like a comeback and whatever. But like for Pokemon cards, it's crazy. Like people will buy up whatever they can find.
I will say this. I took my son to the local card show down in Peru back in like March, I think it was.
Very cool card shows around here.
Yeah. And like this one, like the wings, they had 2 wings of the mall, the kind of empty mall that we have here locally.
Which I think they should just turn into a card store.
Might as well. But like the 2 wings they had, one of the wings was almost completely Pokemon, and it was not like that when me, you, and Roman went a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
That's not. I had no idea it was back like that.
Oh yeah, it's just it's like not like I mean the values are probably crazy, but it's just like who can get to the cards first.
Right. That's nuts, man.
Because I mean, like with baseball cards, there's new cards all the time. I'm assuming with Pokemon cards, you can only make so many different characters and
that's
kinds of cards.
That's true. I need to read up on that. I had no clue it was like that.
Yeah, it's wild.
Let's switch into the TCF Sports Minute. We've got the Blackhawks. They have the 4th overall pick. They have the 2nd worst record in hockey. I'm not going to pretend to know or act like I know anything about the NHL draft, but I'm going to pull up mock drafts right now. I don't know. Like this feels like the norm for the Blackhawks.
Unfortunately, it has become the normal thing to do for the Blackhawks is be in the NHL whatever lottery.
Yeah.
Hopefully next year they are not in it. They have had speculations of maybe getting Connor McDavid. That'd be awesome.
That'd be so nice. He's so fun to watch.
He's still got one more year left with the Oilers.
Yeah, God, I hope so. Ivar Stenberg is 1 pick, and Chase Reed from the OHL are the 2 picks here on NHL.com.
It's not as easy as like basketball where you like watch it a lot. Most of these guys might not play on TV.
Yeah, well, and they miss Gavin McKenna is going to be the number one overall pick. I think everybody knows that's the name I've heard. Um, let's see. ESPN has him taking Carson Carrolls from Canada. He's actually a Chicagoland kid, I think.
Let's just hope it's the
So,
last year that they are in the top 5.
yeah, God, I hope so. Speaking of the draft lottery, the Bulls, we've got a lot going on with the Bulls here since the last time we talked. I can't remember. They were waiting for an answer from Billy Donovan the last time we talked. Billy D is out. I don't blame him. I also wouldn't have blamed him if he wanted to stay for $6 million per
I also
year.
think it's good for both sides. I think that the Bulls needed a new coach, and Billy Donovan needed to move on.
Yes, I agree. I could easily see him taking a year off and then whichever big, like when not North Carolina, they just hired somebody. One of the big programs is going to fire their coach, and then Billy D is going to walk in and he's going to do just fine. They did hire Bryson Graham as their GM, a name that I didn't hear a ton of to start, but the more I read up on it, the more I'm okay with it. I think he's he does really well in the draft, which is something Bulls don't do historically.
I've heard a lot
so
of good things about the press conference they had.
Which with the Reinsdorf though?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was before they even hired this kid.
No. The press conference that they came out and had it was out before the introductory press conference for that guy.
Yeah. Oh,
but it was a good, it sounded good. I mean, you never know. I mean, you can say a lot of stuff and not do it.
Big time.
With the Reinsdorfs coming out and saying that they apologized for the Bulls being mediocre, I don't want to hear that. I don't need to hear that from you. Just move on.
Yeah, I'm with you. We'll see. The best part of it is the last thing we have on the Bulls. They just got the 4th overall pick in the lottery. They had the 9th, or they were slated as the 9th worst team. They jump up to the 4 spot.
Did you by chance watch it?
No.
So me and your brother were out golfing. It was like 3:00 in the afternoon is when it was, because I think it was on before all the games started today.
Yeah.
And I think the Mavericks got the 9th pick. So that meant the Bulls were automatically in the top 4.
Yep.
And I got all excited. I mean, I'm still excited, but when they hit the 4, it's like, man, I wish it would have been a little bit.
Right. You got your hopes up a little bit.
It's going to be a really good draft. And I think top 5 is what they wanted. And
for sure,
what they got.
I think a lot of where the Bulls are going to end up, who they're going to end up taking, is going to be super dependent on who goes ahead of them. I think DeBonsa's the hands down number 1 pick. AJ DeBonsa is going to be an NBA great for 20 years. But right after 1 is where it gets interesting, because you have Peterson, who didn't play a ton. I think he's still probably going to go second, even though I don't know if I would take him at 2. You are going to see Boozer there. You're going to see. I'm kind of leery on the kid from North Carolina who missed some time. I don't know if the power forward position is the way to go. I'm a huge Darius Acuff fan. I don't care.
That would be my dream.
I agree. And me and my dad were arguing about this all afternoon. My dad's like, he doesn't play defense. I'm like, Darius Acuff is a bucket.
I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about defense. I can't sit here and be like, I want my point guard to play great defense. I need the guy who can handle the ball, makes big shots, and that's what he does. And that would be who I would want.
That's exactly what I said. We need somebody that can put the ball in the hoop, and Darius Acuff
can control the ball, bring the ball up. We need that.
The one thing I've noticed though is Keaton Wagler from Illinois is just flying up the draft boards.
Yeah. That would be nice. I mean, that's what I think. There's a lot of good options.
Yeah.
It's a good year to have a top 5 pick.
I mean, Caleb Wilson is the one I keep seeing on a lot of mock drafts. And I think Caleb Wilson's fine. He can score, don't get me wrong, but like I would rather take a little bit of a risk in a guy who is just a walking bucket in a cuff at the guard position and go from there. You know what I mean? Like I just
it's a good spot to be in. And
big time.
the Bulls usually aren't in that spot. Your brother also brought up a fact. Who was the last number 4 pick for the Bulls?
Yeah, it was Patrick Williams. We don't need to go down this road.
Yeah.
We don't need to do that.
Unbelievable.
But one of the things
we
I think
draft a guy who didn't even start on his team, then we have a problem.
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of us, though, forget the Bulls have the 15 pick.
Yeah, it's because they have it was Portland's pick, right?
Yep. This mock draft has him taking Steinbach out of Washington, who I'm not crazy about, but there's some really fun names around him in this mock draft that I like a lot.
You take the point guard, and then you go from there. I think it's going to be a good first round.
Especially like Koa Pete is right around there. I watched a lot of Koa Pete out in Arizona. I'm a big fan of that. I know it might be a little bit of a stretch, but Morez Johnson, who's from Thornton High School in Chicago or outside of Chicago, is projected at 17. I don't hate that either, but there's a lot of good options, I think, at the center or power forward position that you can take at 15, that you can take a gamble on a kid like Acuff, who is a bucket. And I think if we could come out of this with Koa Pete at 15 and Darius Acuff at 4, I would be very, very happy.
I also think that it's going to be a super exciting draft to watch.
Yeah, the whole big time.
It's been a while.
I completely agree. Let us know who you guys think. Who you want the Bulls to take. Like I said, if we can get Acuff and Koa Pete, I think I'm going to be very happy about that. So let me know who you guys like in this. Let's shift gears over to baseball. Rough weekend for the Cubs. Everything in the sky is falling. No, I'm just kidding. Cubs lose 2 of 3 in Texas. But
you and my dad hung out a little too much this weekend for my liking.
I didn't even bring this up, but your dad, my dad, and our uncle was there, and they got talking something about Michael Jordan. And just to stir the pot, because you know me, I had to throw out that LeBron's the best basketball player of all time.
You guys all love to argue, I think.
Yeah, of course.
But on to the Cubs.
On to the Cubs.
They're one of the best teams in baseball. I don't care what it is.
Which is absurd to say because they're also the most injured team in baseball.
Yeah, but I mean the defense is probably the best defense in baseball.
Yeah, we've talked about this since the Bregman signing, but like the middle of your infield is locked up for a long time. Your corners are locked up. I mean, I think Michael Busch has the shortest contract on the infield. PCA's under contract for 6 more years. And, like you said, the defense has been stellar. And even with Matthew Boyd messes up his knee playing with his kid, and all you keep seeing is all these guys just step in and take the ball. Like Ben Brown's been pretty solid. I mean,
Shota, man, think about it now. We got a deal on him. As much as we were like, well, man, we took the deal on him. Man, maybe we shouldn't have. I mean, he has been great. Cabrera had a tough start on Saturday, but I mean, he's still a really good pitcher.
Yeah.
I think that you get Justin Steele back after the break. Maybe I've heard Freddie Peralta. Maybe
that would be.
I've been throwing out Alcantara for him, and maybe you're going to have to do more than that. But
yeah,
I think you're going to have to give up just like what you did with Cabrera. You give up somebody that maybe could be part of the future, but at this point, you don't know.
Big time. They're just so fun to watch, man. And like the way that they've like just never laid down that sweep of the Reds. The Reds went from first place to last place in a week.
That was huge.
In a week.
This division is unbelievable.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit because the American League shouldn't even be allowed to have the playoffs. They should just.
I mean, it's crazy.
There's 3 teams in the American League over 500. There are 5 teams in the National League Central.
For that to be, I don't know. Like it goes to the fact that now you play more games against other teams. You used to play like half your season against your division, and now you play every team, which I think is exciting. But I mean, the AL Central, terrible. I mean, not terrible, but like the White Sox are playing well. But the worst team in the NL Central was better than the best team in the AL Central.
And the AL West, the last place Cincinnati Reds would be in first place in the AL Central and the AL West. There's 3 teams above 500 in the American League, and there's 1 team at 500.
I think they play the Braves Monday through
Tuesday. They're off.
Oh,
Monday.
So they play Tuesday through Thursday.
Yep.
That's 2 of the best teams in baseball right now. I think that's going to be really fun. You're going to lose a few games here and there. It's baseball. You would love to have. They've had 2 10-game winning streaks, which is just
first
crazy.
Time since 1935.
I'm very excited for the season.
I would like someone to explain to me how the Cardinals keep winning games.
I don't get it.
They're not
Brewers
good.
And Cardinals every year. One of them is good,
and the Brewers have gotten better in the last week or so.
Yeah. I hate the Cardinals too. I just can't stand them.
I'm with you. I'm completely with you. Dodgers have kind of had it rough here. I mean, they're tied for the lead in the American League or the National League West. I don't know if I would have guessed that a month and a half ago.
I mean, they were minus. I mean, there's a lot of season left, but they were minus like 500 to win the division. That's why I said
no. It was in the thousands, wasn't it? We talked about it on the show.
Should have taken a flyer on the Padres because I mean, it's not that crazy to think that they could have a.
Padres are good,
really good.
But God, I don't know what. Manny Machado might be like my least favorite player in Major League Baseball.
I've never been a fan of either the Dodgers or the Padres.
See, I like the Padres. I just can't stand Manny Machado.
Maybe it's just the West Coast because you just had to stay up late for him.
That is true. Kind of keeping it in this conversation, the White Sox are a game out.
Really good. I mean, they're playing really for what they had expectations of being fun to watch, but I mean, they are good. Montgomery's playing really well.
Colson Montgomery is a stud.
Yes.
Mooney is a stud too. I mean, I know we're only a month and a half into his major league career. Colson Montgomery is going to be an all-star like 8 times in his career, I think.
He will be one this year for sure.
Yeah. Even Chase Meredroth is having he's hitting 278.
I don't want to get this guy's name wrong because he is very good.
Murakami.
I mean, he's unbelievable too.
Dude, they're playing. Even Andrew Benintendi, who has been like one of the worst signings of all time, is still got OPS of 841.
Their pitching has been good. I mean, they've been playing good baseball, winning series. I think they have a chance to win this division.
If that division wasn't so awful, I'd say no shot, but they're right in it.
They're in it, and I think they have a chance to, I wouldn't say run away with it, but the division is up for grabs right now.
Big time. And I said that wrong. Benintendi does not. That was not his OPS. He's got a 637, which is not great, but it's still better than it has been.
Yeah, OPS is everyone loves OPS now.
On base plus slugging, baby. You gotta love it.
I know. I'm just saying, like, no one even looks at average anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I rarely ever look at average.
No, because I mean, like, you looked at
Dude,
some.
Colson Montgomery's got an 806 OPS, and Mooney's got a 920.
Dude, they're good, and
they are.
It's exciting. I will be at the Cubs game Friday against the White Sox at. Is it the rate? Is it just the rate now?
Yeah, I think so.
That's going to be a good game, a good series. an exciting series for once.
Yeah,
If you're a White Sox fan, you have to be ecstatic.
100%. Even the guys like Michael Vargas, who's been a name, but it's like, dude, this guy's got, an 841 OPS and is playing really well. Like, you got to be excited about that kind of stuff.
The Luis Robert trade, I think, really kind of set off the whole. We're done with the rebuild. Like
Yeah.
we start to win now, and it's exciting. I mean,
And it's interesting because, like, the rebuild is over and you're starting, but like you're still super, super young.
that place is fun to be at when they're good. I mean,
Yes.
back when it was 2020, they're in the playoffs. 21.
Yeah, but that was no fans in the stands.
It was 21 when they were good.
Yeah, I think at 21 that was the last time they went to the playoffs.
The place was rocking.
Yeah,
The White Sox fans, they want to have fun.
yes, they do. Before we move on, we got to give a big shout out to our friends over at Connect Roasters Coffee, the best coffee around that you are going to find. I promise you that. They work with our guy, Don Frederick. They work with Ian Happ. Ian Happ drinks it. That's all you need to know, folks. So make sure you check out their.
I mean, as consistent as it comes.
Yep.
I say it every time. The Ian Happ pay is just unreal.
I completely agree. So make sure you check out their website, connectroasters.com. Find them on X at Connect Roasters and get yourself over to the storefront in Bourbonnais and tell them the TCF boys sent you. So as always, a big shout out to our friends over at Connect Roasters. Let's hop into the NBA playoffs. We are in the conference semifinals. One of them's already done. One of them will probably be done just tomorrow night. But let's start in the East. The Knicks sweep the 76ers. After coming off of beating your rivals in the Celtics and to just completely lay a 4-0 egg is so bad, but so Philadelphia.
But also just a terrible look for the Celtics.
Yeah, dude, that's so bad. That series was phenomenal. And we argued a little bit about the NBA playoffs. The first round of the NBA playoffs were awesome.
It was fun. It was exciting. But if you're the Celtics, you're like, wow. I mean, I know you didn't have Tatum for the last game and stuff like that, but to get beat by the 76ers and then they didn't even win a game against the Knicks, that's bad.
And the Knicks beat the 76ers by 30 in game 4.
Yeah, it was never close. Never close. There was one game, I think game 3 was kind of close.
Yeah.
But
yeah, to not even put up a fight is just brutal.
Brutal. And now the Knicks have some time off while the Pistons and the Cavs still play.
And even that series feels like it's over, which is crazy because it took Detroit 7 games to beat the Magic. I don't think the Cavaliers
if the
are that
Knicks
good.
Don't make the NBA Finals, I don't know. I think they're easily going to win the East.
See, and I kind of thought that, though, too, after the first round, but the Pistons look like a different team in the second round than they did in the first round.
The Knicks are so good.
They're finally starting to gel. I think
the Pistons definitely playing a lot better, and I think it's going to be a decent series, but I just don't know who can stop them.
Yeah, dude, the Knicks are on fire right now.
Yeah. But yeah, the Pistons, I think that's fun that they came back. I mean, for them to be down 20 to 24 points to the Magic in an elimination game, come back, win that game, and then move on, and then they're handling the Cavs.
I know they're only up 2-1, but it hasn't felt like that close of a series.
Well, I mean, they're a good team.
Yes, they are. I agree.
Great experience for them.
I think Pistons-Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals should be a good series. If the Pistons continue the way that they are here in the second round and get rid of the way they played in the first round.
But even you say that, they still moved on. And they were on their way to being eliminated, come back, win that series, and then move on. That's still good. I mean, there was definitely games where they didn't play well, but still, the Magic were a decent team.
Yeah. Oh, big time. I mean, There's a lot of really good players on the Orlando. Paolo is so fun to watch. That Magic team is not bad. They're better than most 8 seeds usually are.
Yeah.
Over in the West, one of those series is going to be over probably tonight when this comes out. The Thunder are just so good, and the Lakers without Luka just don't stand a chance.
Yeah, that's just, it shows you that the Rockets weren't very good. And the Thunder are just amazing. And I understand we want to say about the SGA gets fouls, there's fouls here and there. I don't think it would matter if you gave the Lakers a 10 foul advantage head start. I don't think it would matter.
Like, even with Luka, I don't think that this goes more than. I
still don't understand the whole Austin Reeves talking with the ref thing.
Yeah,
like the whole team around the ref. That was a little weird to me.
I still don't know what happened there.
SGA is a very good player, and the whole he gets to go to the free throw line way too much, this and that. That's just how the game works.
Yes, you're not wrong.
I don't know if you by chance listened to the Tracy McGrady interview. He was saying he didn't do like that per se where he got fouls a lot, but when he knew they were in the bonus, he would go to the paint and get fouled, and he knew he would get free throws. You take advantage of what you can do during the game, and if it works for you, that's the game.
Everybody who complains about SGA being a foul merchant, if he was on your team, you would be fighting the exact same fight that the Oklahoma City fans are.
Or that the Thunder get too many fouls and they're getting the fouls called for them. What do you mean? I mean, they're also really good at basketball. They won the NBA Finals last year, and they're on their way to maybe making the NBA Finals this year. I mean, I don't like that argument.
I'm with you. In that other series, though, Timberwolves are just balling right now.
Anthony Edwards is so good at basketball.
Yeah.
And I think everybody thought that the Spurs are showing signs of weakness.
Well, and then you lose Wemby in the first quarter of Game 4.
See, I think the Timberwolves' best skill that they have is that they can play like a brand of basketball that is very annoying to play against, but they can stay under control themselves.
Yep.
Like no one's getting too crazy. I mean, I know that there was stuff with Jokic in the first series and stuff like that, but I mean, they don't lose their composure.
No,
they're still play. I mean, they play like they talk a lot of crap, but man, they back it up.
Oh, and they have the post game to go against Wemby, right? They've got Rudy Gobert, they've got Naz Reid. Like they have those options to change their matchups a little bit. Where I don't know if everybody just wanted Jokic and Wemby. It's like this series is turning into a really good series. Now it'll be interesting to see what happens that Wemby gets tossed.
I don't think. I think especially in the beginning of the first quarter, there's going to be no suspension to it.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just looking at it like, does this just turn around and the Spurs pick up two really quick wins?
It's something that the T-Wolves are going to look at and be like, can we do that to him again?
Yep.
If they know that they can get him mad, then
as much as I want to keep
doing it.
I think perfect scenario in this is this series goes 7 because I really want to see that. But I still think I want to see the Spurs and the Thunder in the Western Conference Finals.
I as much as you said that the T-Wolves and the Thunder would be also a great series.
You're not wrong.
I think either way you're going to get a good series.
I agree. I completely agree.
Because I don't think the Thunder have had much to play against the first 2 series.
Yeah, whoever they get in this next one's not going to go down easy. Switching over to hockey, we only have one team that has advanced so far. Carolina has just been burning through the playoffs. They have not lost a playoff game yet.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
The sport of hockey to not lose in the first 2 series is pretty nuts.
And I didn't even think they were the best team going into the playoffs. I thought the Avalanche were, to be completely honest with you.
That's the NHL playoffs for you, though.
Yep. And the Avalanche have dropped a game to the Wild. Like, I still think that the Avalanche are going to pull this out. Like, I still think they're the better team.
I think the NHL playoffs, I might have said this before, but it's one of those, you get in, anything can happen.
Yep. Exactly. You've got Vegas and Anaheim right now. They're playing as we speak. They just finished the second period.
We were talking about this. There's a lot of fighting going on.
Yeah, and you really can't.
Isn't in the playoffs because you don't want to risk like getting kicked out of the game or anything. But man, there is a lot of fighting going on in this series.
Even like everybody was on the Buffalo Sabres being, the 1 seed out in the East, and they're having troubles with the Canadians right now.
Man, that Buffalo, though, that place looks so fun to be at.
Yeah, big time.
I think it's been, like 15 years since they've been in the playoffs? I think
it was more than that. I want to say it was like 24 years.
Man, they're having fun. That place looks just awesome. That's why hockey, when you're in the playoffs, like United Center, it was rocking back in the day.
Yep.
I mean, how fun would that be if that was back at United Center? You watch playoff hockey and you're like, man, I wish my favorite team was in the playoffs because it's so exciting.
It really is. And I think there's still a good to fair chance you're going to see all 4 1 seeds in the NHL playoffs in the conference finals.
Yeah, you never know. But it's the way they kind of set it up. They set it up. It's very top heavy.
Oh, big time. But imagine if we get Avalanche, Golden Knights in the West, and then we get Buffalo and Carolina in the East. Those are the 4 best teams in hockey this year.
If we could get Buffalo in the Stanley Cup Finals, that would be unbelievable.
I hope I'm wrong, but it just feels like, even though they did drop a game to the Wild, like the Colorado Avalanche are just a buzzsaw.
Oh, yeah.
They're so fun to watch. But
Wild are good, too.
Yeah, and so are all the teams left are good.
They're all close games.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, maybe not. It was the Wild and Avalanche. Their first game of the series was 9-6.
Yes, I did watch that one.
That's
and it was 6-6 late.
That's not a baseball score.
Right. You're not wrong, but they have been fun. I will say that. I've watched more hockey in the playoffs than I had in the regular season.
Watch parties too for some of these teams. Like they're filling up stadiums when their team is on the road.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Cool. You're going to an arena to watch it on a big screen, which is cool, but like that's crazy.
Maybe we'll get back there someday.
Oh, you would be awesome.
Let's wrap things up. As always, we've got the TCF top 3, and today we've got the guys that we swore were the guy or a guy. So probably, maybe not even necessarily draft bust, but guys we were like, that guy's going to be really good, and then they just weren't. And this could be any sport, any team, really anyone in that. Mine are probably going to be a little bit more Gator-centric because I was young and naive and convinced every Florida Gator was going to be an incredible pro. But do you want to go first or do you want me
to? You go first.
Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
Tim Tebow, it's easy.
I mean, I thought he was going to be unbelievable.
And I hate having this argument, but Tim Tebow did have a huge playoff win. He wasn't very good. He only had 15 completions in the game. But that first year when he went to the playoffs and they won that game over the Steelers, I was like, okay, now all the doubt. I don't think it was his rookie year. But I was like, okay, now all the doubters who say he's not an NFL quarterback are completely wrong. And then he just became a professional baseball player at one point.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Greg Oden.
Yep, that's a good pick.
I thought he just had a lot of injuries, so it wasn't really he didn't just not play well, but I mean he was a beast.
Yep. Dude, I'm with you because Florida played that Ohio State team in one of the national championships, and that was the first game that I was like, they're the huge underdogs here because Greg Oden is just a freak. and they won that game. And I was like, oh, maybe just an off night for Greg. And then it was just from there. I mean, everybody always says, about the Trailblazers taking him over Kevin Durant. But like, if you go back and you watch ball at the time, like everybody and their brother was taking Greg Oden.
Oh yeah. I mean, he was just so good. He looked like he was 45 years old in college.
Yes.
And I mean, who could stop him? I thought he was the next Shaq.
Yes, dude. I thought he was going to be so good, and the poor guy just could not stay healthy.
So this next one, I know it's going to sound stupid. I thought Johnny Manziel was going to be a superstar.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he played in college was like, all right, this could maybe work in the NFL. And I still maybe think that there could have been something there if he would have maybe tried. But I mean, like, he was so good in college.
So as a Florida fan, I hated Johnny Manziel. And I thought he was the biggest scumbag. And I hate even saying this, but like I found like comfort when he failed. But it's like when you look back at it now, it's like, how did this guy not make it? But then you watch the documentary and it's like, because he was flying from Cleveland to Miami on a Thursday night.
I mean, he's also living the dream of like everybody in the world. But I for some reason, I don't know if I'm just dumb, but I thought he was going to be the one.
He needed to go to like a coach like Belichick who was going to keep a thumb on him at all times, not the Browns who were.
I don't even think that would have mattered. I think he was just not going to really take it seriously anywhere.
I think that him going to the Browns did make a little bit of a difference.
The story of him, he had like an iPad for a playbook, and they looked at it, and he had looked at no plays.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That is insane. My second round pick, I'm going to go with a guy the Bulls took. Can I get like a double pair here because it was the same draft?
Sure.
Eddie Curry and Tyson Chandler, I thought were going to be the Bulls starting center and power forward for like the next 20 years.
Tyson Chandler had a pretty good career.
Yeah, but he had a good career, but for a guy that was drafted like third or fourth overall, with him and Eddie Curry, I think that was the same draft. They ended up with Eddie Curry at 1. I don't remember if it was 1 or not, but it was in the top 4. And then they get Tyson Chandler. I'm like, oh, well, we have our front court for the next 20 years. Eddie Curry, the poor kid, he was 18 and just could never stay healthy.
And he also got drafted to the worst spot he could have, his hometown.
Yep, absolutely. It was a combination of those two guys. My third round pick, this is going to be a weird pick, Freddie Adu. Do you remember Freddie Adu?
Yes, I do remember that. That's a great pick.
He was touted
like a global superstar at like
14.
Yeah, he was
14.
He was supposed to just lead the U.S. by himself to a World Cup or whatever.
Yes. He signed professionally at 14 with the DC United. And I remember because like that was the time he's not much older than me. He's like a year older than me. So I was like probably 12 or 13 when his story came out. I was still like interested in soccer. I thought this kid was going to be like the greatest. They literally called him the next Pele, and he was not.
You could tell me if I'm wrong on this one. Steven Strasburg.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a decent career, but I mean, the way that he was drafted and stuff, like he was supposed to be a Hall of Fame pitcher. Easily.
Yep. I think that's a good pick. And his career ended early because of all those injuries.
Yeah. And I mean,
but what's crazy is he played.
They didn't let him pitch in the playoffs because of innings.
Well, and he still had a 13-year pro career, but it feels like it was like 5 years.
Yeah. But
that's a really good pick.
I mean, he was like a Hall of Famer as a rookie.
Yeah. Like the biggest draft prospect ever. Like there's some more like Chicago. Like I almost thought about bringing this up, but like Derrick Rose a little bit.
No.
Dude, you got to take
he won an MVP though.
but he never got to an NBA Finals. He had, like such a young cut career.
But he was the guy. He is the guy.
That's fair. That's a fair counterpoint. There's so many Cubs prospects that come to my mind. I mean, Mark Pryor.
Who was the guy they just had? Brendan Davis.
Yeah.
Brendan
Yeah.
Davis?
He broke his back.
Yeah, he was supposed to be like the best player. I mean, you could say Eloy.
Yeah, that's a good one too. There's so many, like even like Kerry Wood. Kerry Wood was supposed to be, like, I mean, obviously has 20 strikeouts in his 5th major league game, and then had
Would
a
you
good
say
career.
Chris Bryant?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
another
he won
one
an
that came to
MVP,
mind.
won a World Series. I mean, he still had a great career, but like when he left the Cubs, it didn't really go well. He was Rookie of the Year, MVP, and then I mean, it's sad too because I mean he has like a back injury, right?
Yep.
But
yeah, that's a really good pick. There's I'm looking at the list
Parker.
of Jabbar. Yeah, that's a sad. He's still hooping overseas.
Still hooping, but like we watched him. He won 4 state championships in high school. Like he won. Did he win an NBA or a NCAA championship?
Yeah, I think he did win that year at Duke.
And then like not much of an NBA career. I mean,
I hate to say it now because he's probably only 23 or 4. But remember Ed Howard, the kid from the Jackie Robinson team that the Cubs drafted in the 1st round?
Yeah.
There's so many names that just keep like popping
Josh
up on
Hamilton.
the Cubs. Josh, that's a really good one.
I was going to be the guy, then went away. Then he came back and was going to be the guy, and then went away again.
Yep, that's a good one.
Twice was supposed to be the guy.
Corey Patterson. I remember watching Corey Patterson snap his ankle and was like, "Oh, this is over." Pierce Johnson, that was a big name.
I mean, we could go on for days.
I know. There's so many. Ed Howard is 24 years old.
Brandon Roy.
Oh, that's a good one. I mean, Brandon Roy was a stud.
Gave out on him. But he was
Darko Milicic.
Unbelievable.
Who? Darko. Yeah. Darko got picked ahead of Dwayne Wade.
I'm trying to think of some more.
There's got to be some. Oh, Jamarcus Russell came to my mind in football. Ate his way out of the NFL.
There's a lot of football.
A lot. Let us know who your guys are. There's just too many for us. We could sit here for hours and do this, but that's going to do it for us. This is episode 279. As always, check us out on X at typical_Chicago, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Give those pages a like as well. Subscribe over on the YouTube for all of our content in video form. Subscribe, rate, review, 5 stars wherever you get your podcasts. We are there. You can find me on X at BoomyTCF and, of course, Zach at ZLiliaTCF. We'll try and get back on here, record next Sunday, get an episode out next Monday, hopefully. But as always, guys, thanks for checking in. That was episode 279 of Typical Chicago Fans. We love you all.
Peace.